Yes guys, and welcome back guys to a brand new video guys on my channel guys. And yes guys, we are going to be talking about Manchester United's last game that we went and played. Leicester City guys, at home at Old Trafford, a 3-0 win, a well-deserved win, 3 points on the board, a clean sheet as well, a positive result for Manchester United. But yes guys, my voice will be a little bit low in this video due to the fact that it's about 1:30 here in the morning, so I apologise for that as well. The grind never stops guys. But yes guys, anyway guys, we made 3 changes from last game against Leeds United. Talking about the start 11, so we started with De Gea, Dalot, Lindelof, Martinez, Shaw, Sabitzer, Fred, Fernandez, Weghorst, Garnacho and Rashford. Get into the overall reaction now. Rashford, brace, and Man United ease past Leicester City. Yes, get in. Back to winning ways at Old Trafford. What a game, what a result. Title race is on. Massive 3 points, a well-deserved win. We need to capitalise on the teams that drop points. Got the job done. Good start for United. Leicester growing in confidence. De Gea made 2 world-class saves. United made a few mistakes. United were too narrow and had no width. Leicester putting the pressure on, giving the ball away in sloppy areas. Leicester should be 2-0 up. Losing out of the midfield battle. Great ball by Bruno to Rashford, and Rashford scores for 1-0. Controlling the game well. Big chance for Dalot for 2-0. We were lucky. United were on the front foot from the start. Martinez had a big chance on a free kick. United created chances. Rashford scores a brace for 2-0. Ten Hag made substitutions. Leicester giving the ball away in poor areas. United capitalised on the Leicester's mistakes. Good link-up play. Sancho scores for 3-0. United have defended well, offensively been dangerous and a threat. We made runs in from behind. We got between the lines. Weghorst, big chance. We were more ruthless and relentless in attack. Some fantastic individual performances. The game management and decision making was vital. Let's keep up this good momentum. Let's not get complacent. First half was rubbish. Second half was great. Overall, good performance. Win done. 3 points done. A clean sheet done. Anyway guys, let's get straight to the video. What did I make of the performance? I think overall as a whole, I thought it was a good performance, a decent performance in the end by Manchester United. I don't think it was a great performance by Manchester United, but it wasn't pretty in times. But I thought, you know, in these certain games against Leicester City's, in these sort of games, you've got to win these sort of games. The must wins, you have to get the 3 points and you have to get the win here. Obviously it was big in a game like this because obviously we found out that that Tottenham had dropped points and also Newcastle had dropped points, so you have to be ready to pounce on these teams that are going to drop points. So you know what, it was a good performance as a whole, but you know, decent performance overall. But overall I thought it was a good game. Obviously we got the win, got the 3 points. It was a must-win game. Obviously you know, start of the first half wasn't great, but we put that behind us and then we had to move forward as well. So it was a bit of a rubbish first half, but as soon as United got the first goal, United just grew in confidence and grew momentum, and it just dented Leicester's confidence going forward then. And United just took control, dominated the game, and I thought we were brilliant from start to finish. You can't fault that performance, to be honest. We were rubbish in the first half, as Ten Hag said as well, so you have to be honest, we were rubbish. But I thought in the second half we were a lot more rampant, a lot more ruthless, a lot more relentless in attack. We had better ideas going forward, and obviously, you know, we were lucky not to go 2-0 down, and very lucky to walk away, you know, with a win here as well. But it was a well-deserved win overall in the end, and obviously you have to perform well in these sort of games. And you know, we're still making Old Trafford a fortress as well. So yeah, we need to keep it going. Obviously it's great momentum, great confidence for the players. You know, we don't like losing, so we want to keep chipping away. We want to win these big games as well. But yeah, you know, we don't want to get too complacent, and obviously it's good momentum. We want to keep this good momentum going. We played well overall, and we just want to keep it going, and we don't want to, you know, let that confidence slip, and we want to keep that going now as well, and we want to kick on, and we want to win those big games as well. And we know that we're not far away now of battling with these big teams now ourselves. So I thought overall it was brilliant, and you have to all praise the players, fantastic overall. And but getting into the game now, I thought the first half had kicked off. I thought it was an okay start by Manchester United. Obviously a slow start, but obviously still got on the front foot, obviously got an early corner as well. You know, we started not bad on the front foot, you know, but then obviously then as the game had gone on, Leicester grew in confidence. I think they knew that with Casemiro not being in the side, you know, it's all about, you know, when Casemiro's missing out in these sort of games, in big vital games that you need him in, where he can really control that midfield and obviously cover that back four. He does a fantastic job in doing that. And when Casemiro's not playing, obviously it's a big dent to the team, and then it's how down to how well we can be in and out possession and how effective we can do that with the ball. So I thought in the first half we did that rubbish. We couldn't do that in the first half. Leicester had a lot more confidence going forward. You know, they made those runs on that left channel, tried to use Harvey Barnes to cause a threat, but also they got the balls down that right channel as well to really unease that defence for sure, and try and get us out of our comfort zone as well. So I thought Leicester did well. Obviously, had a chance. They made a great save. Leicester kept going forward, but you know, created some good chances. United just couldn't get hold of that midfield yet again. Another big chance again for Leicester to go 2-0 up. Another great save by De Gea, full stretch. And then obviously United sort of needed to get hold of that midfield. And somehow I think Ten Hag tactically changed that as well as the half went on. And then United had their chances, had their spells, had their opportunities going forward as well. And then obviously United sort of grew in confidence again. You know, got hold of that midfield eventually, and then as soon as we got hold of that midfield, obviously with Bruno playing out on the right, with Weghorst in behind as well, and with Garnacho on the left wing as well, and obviously Bruno plays that great ball into Rashford. Rashford scores for 1-0. Obviously that just really dented Leicester's confidence then, because obviously Leicester were building up some good confidence, and then that just dented their confidence there. They couldn't get that. We couldn't regain that confidence again, Leicester. And then after that, United were lucky to go in at half time 1-0 up. We were very lucky. And then obviously United were pushing. You know, we could control the game very well. Obviously then Dalot comes more central and should have scored for 2-0. Big chance as well. But then United were a different side though in the second half. I thought were a lot more rampant, a lot more relentless, a lot more ruthless. Came out on the front foot. You know, I think Leicester sort of put too much effort into that first half, and they were tired in the second half. And United obviously were on the front foot from the start. Obviously, we got a free kick, and I think Leicester just started making mistakes. And then United started creating chances. Martinez had a great header, denied off the crossbar. But then United kept pushing, kept going, kept grafting away. Rashford scored a brace for 2-0. But then Ten Hag immediately made some substitutions. Those substitutions made an impact right away. Leicester were just giving the ball away in poor areas. And then United were just capitalising on Leicester's mistakes. They were getting tired. United, good link-up play. Sancho comes on and obviously makes an impact. And United could have easily could have had 4 or 5 goals by then. But then Sancho makes it 3-0. And then United defended well, offensively fantastic. And then, we've been dangerous offensively. We've been dangerous and a threat as well going forward. Made some good runs in from behind, got between the lines. Weghorst had a big chance as well. And we were a lot more ruthless, a lot more relentless, sustained our attacks as well. It could have been easily 6 or 7-0 because I thought Leicester were making mistakes, giving ball away too easily. And then, there were some fantastic individual performances. And then towards the end of the game, United just wanted to see out the game. And it was all about how well we could see out the game. And we defended well as a team, not only just as a unit, but we defended well as a team. And wanted to see the game out. And then it's all about how well you could do that game management and the decision making. as well. That was vital in a game like that as well. But then we wanted to keep up that good. Now we just want to keep up that good momentum. We don't want to get too complacent. But yeah, overall, it's a fantastic win for Manchester United. And we want to keep it going. We want to keep up this good momentum going. We don't want to take games lightly. You know, this team doesn't like losing, so we want to keep chipping away, keep winning games. You know, the games are coming thick and fast, so we have to be ready for them. But yeah, it was a well-deserved win. Got the 3 points and we got a clean sheet. Overall, it was a job well done against a very tough side, Leicester City. Leicester gave us a game in the first half, but eventually we got lucky. Importantly, got the win and got the 3 points. Yeah, it's fantastic. I thought Leicester were dangerous in that first half. To be honest, the game was a good game in that first half. It was good movement and good pick-up play by them. They showed the intensity and the high tempo, and they showed the intent as well. They were trying to penetrate both the right-hand side and the left-hand side. You know, they had 2 great chances, 2-0 up. It could have been a complete different game if they would have took their chances, but obviously that just dented their confidence when United got that first goal, and they just couldn't regain that confidence back, and their players just lost their heads, put too much effort into that first half. But in games like this against Leicester City, it's all about getting the win, getting the clean sheet, getting the 3 points in games like this. United have to be ready to pounce in these sort of games. When these sort of games come around, you know that the bus wins. Teams around you are going to drop points. Teams like Man United that are going for the league title, you have to be ready to capitalise on teams that are around you that are going to drop points, and I thought United did that fantastically well. We didn't panic in the second half because we were a lot more rampant, a lot more relentless. We sustained our attacks. We brought the intensity, the tempo, the energy, the intent about us. It was like the icing on the cake then. We won the second half 2-0. Leicester couldn't get back into the game, dented their hopes then of getting 3 points, but United, but well controlled, dominated the game, and we were fantastic from start to finish. Marcus Rashford since the World Cup, that's 24 goals this season. I mean, what else can I say about what he's doing at the moment? But every time he goes forward, it looks like he's going to score. Yeah, he's just fantastic at the minute. Marcus Rashford is just in fine form. You can't stop him. He's on fire at the minute. You know, scoring every game that he can do. He knows that there are going to be games where he's not going to score in. But Marcus Rashford, when you get him in some dangerous areas, he's going to cause a threat. He's got quick feet. Great movement in the box. He causes the defensive threat. He puts those centre-backs under pressure, makes the centre-backs worried, panic a little bit what he's going to do with his quick movement in the box as well. He's got quick feet. Rashford is there. He's in fine form. He's one of the best strikers in the world right now that's in fine form at the minute. All praise to Benny McCarthy of getting him in the right mindset now, playing well again, getting him in the right mindset, in the right mentality, and he's stepping up to the plate in big games, scoring in big games when you need him, and he's there. Marcus Rashford is the best version of Marcus Rashford that we've seen. He's having a great season. Just needs to keep chipping away, keep working hard, keep scoring goals. He'll break more records. The guy's ready to shine and he's doing well. He's stepping up to the plate, doing well, playing well, performing well. And you need him when you need him in big games, and he's stepping up, scoring goals, and he's on fine form. He's on fire at the minute. You can't stop him playing well at the minute. Who's my man of the match? I thought there were some players that had a decent game in this one. Obviously, there was 1 or 2 that probably didn't have a great game. De Gea kept us in the game, played well. Dalot didn't do too bad. Lindelof had a good game. Martinez had a good game as well. Obviously, Shaw had a good game as well. Got pulled off. Sabitzer was good. Fred had a good game as well. I thought Fernandez had a good game. Weghorst was not too bad. Garnacho had to make things happen. And obviously Rashford scored a brace. I think there's only one man for this. I think it's obviously, of course, it's got to be that man, Marcus Rashford. How do we beat Liverpool now? Obviously, we've got Liverpool in our next fixture. Obviously, it's Derby Day. It's a big game against Liverpool. You know, obviously, this is a massive game for both teams. Obviously, Liverpool, you know, have won 4 out of the last 5. You know, playing well themselves. They'll be up for it as well. It's at the Anfield. You know, they'll be looking to get revenge after what happened at Old Trafford. So, United know that there's a lot at stake here. I think this is going to be a tight tactical game. I think this could be an open game with lots of chances. I think it's going to be down to how well we can defend as well. In a game like this against Liverpool, though, it's all about how well we can be effective in and out possession. I think, obviously, this is going to be a battle of the 2 midfields. I think, obviously, Liverpool, their midfield has been a little bit dodgy in recent games. But obviously now they've been picking up the results as well. So it's going to be tough to go to the Anfield and get a result. It has been done before this season. Leeds United have beaten them there as well. But in a game like this against Liverpool, you have to go with the right mindset, the right mentality. You have to turn up to a game like this against Liverpool Liverpool's never easy when you go to the Anfield. They have been beaten at Anfield this season. Obviously, Liverpool, they're in some good form at the minute, but the form side's more on Manchester United because we're playing well at the minute. They're not doing too bad at the minute. But I think with Liverpool, they're showing some good signs at the minute, and they've got to turn up to this game as well themselves. They like this game, they like this fixture. Every single player will be fancying this game as well. So Liverpool are going to fancy their chances as well. So, tight and tactical game against Liverpool. It's all about how well we can defend in a game like this against Liverpool. And Liverpool, I don't think they'll be there for the taking, but I know that they're showing some vulnerable signs of late. Their fans have been having a dig at their midfield of late as well. So I think their midfield could be there for the taking. I think it's all about if we can win that midfield over against Liverpool. I think they'll have a hard time. I think against Liverpool we have to take them out of their comfort zone, and that's the one thing that Erik ten Hag's going to have to do is go to Liverpool and take them out of their comfort zone, and they'll hate it. And we took Arsenal out of their comfort zone. Unfortunate not to come away with a result, but Liverpool, they're a fantastic side, got a fantastic manager, they've got lots of quality all over the pitch. United have to be ready for a game like this. It's all about going with the right mindset, the right mentality in a game like against Liverpool. It's never easy to go to the Anfield and get a result, but we have to be ready for a game like this against Liverpool. But we have to defend well as a team, as a unit as well. And it's all about then what we do in possession, what we have to do going forward. And it's all about, we have to penetrate those spaces high up the pitch, and as well, obviously, Klopp made changes in that Wolves game, so obviously you're going to see the best lineup out United, and you're going to see the best lineup out of Liverpool as well. So it's two teams that are going out, they're going to give it everything. It's Derby Day. You don't want to lose this. Both teams hate losing this game. They're going to try and get revenge here. So United need to turn up to a game like this. We've got to play with courage. We've got to play with intent. We've got to play with conviction. And we need the best out of Manchester United. We have to perform well for 90 minutes here. And it's all about what we do in and out possession. And I think we've got to be on the front foot. And I think they'll hate it when we're on the front foot, because then they'll run out of ideas of what to do. And if we can defend well, have a strong base, keep hold of that midfield, and it's all about the right decision making, and it's all about the game management as well in a game like this as well. So, but yeah, what do we know about Liverpool? But Liverpool, they'll come at us aggressive, they'll be ruthless, they'll get in between the lines, they'll put us under pressure, but they'll put us under pressure when they don't have possession. They'll work hard to win the ball back. They're very physical, they're very direct. They'll get in our faces, but they're getting their injuries back slowly but surely. But they still have injuries as well at the minute as well. They're looking vulnerable of late as well, obviously conceding goals as well themselves. But they panic under pressure as well. I think we've got to exploit and expose the spaces high up the pitch. They don't back off as well. And I think the midfield's a bit of a mess at the minute as well. And they're a little bit up and down, inconsistent with the results, but now they're sort of getting the balance right now. So they're showing some good signs at the minute. Got a couple of clean sheets under the belts as well. So we have to be aware of that. But what do we need to do? We have to defend properly. Defensively we've got to be organised. We need to be tight and compact. Defensively frustrate them. We need to be ruthless. We need to be relentless. We've got to be aggressive, high intensity, high tempo, play with energy, create the chances. You've got to be able to take your chances. Got to be clinical as well. Get the crosses into the box, drive them out of position. Set pieces could come into play. Need to play with width. Got between the lines. Got to close them down. Don't let them back in the game. Don't leave any spaces open. They'll show incredible team spirit, character and fight, and passion and pride. We've got to do the basics right. Game management and decision making will be vital. We've got to get tight. Don't let them get a shot off. Sustain your attacks. Do your basics, win your 50-50s, win your second balls, win your duels, put them on the back foot, keep possession. Fullbacks have got to be effective, force them to make mistakes, put them under pressure, don't let their wingers cut back inside, don't afford to make mistakes, make the runs in from behind, which is their weakness as well. Don't get pulled out of position, be explosive, keep Nunes and Firmino quiet. Get into the goals now. First goal, phase gives the ball away. It's a pass the ball to Fernandez. Brilliant ball by Fernandez to Rashford, and Rashford scores for 1-0. Second goal, Martinez pass the ball to Fred. Fred puts a great through ball to Rashford. Rashford runs and scores for 2-0. Third goal, Tielemans gives the ball away. Martinez intercepts, pass the ball to Sabitzer. Sabitzer pass the ball to Rashford. Rashford pass the ball to Sancho. Sancho pass the ball to Fernandez. Fernandez passed it back to Sancho, and Sancho scores for 3-0. Get into the stats now. Possession for Man United, it was 56.9%, and for Leicester it was 43.1%. Goals for Man United, it was 3, and for Leicester it was 0. Total shots for Man United, it was 26, and for Leicester it was 19. Shots on target for Man United, it was 8, and for Leicester it was 3. Shot accuracy for Man United, it was 30.8%, and for Leicester it was 15.8%. Shots inside the box for Man United, it was 19, and for Leicester it was 11. Shots outside the box for Man United, it was 7, and for Leicester it was 8. Total passes for Man United, it was 572 passes, and for Leicester it was 433 passes. The pass accuracy for Man United, it was 84.8%, and for Leicester it was 81.1%. Getting into the substitutions now. Garnacho went off for Sancho. Talk about Alejandro's performance on the Preliminary for the entire first half. And through his withdrawal seemed harsh, it was completely vindicated as Jadon Sancho flourished. Fred went off at McTominay. Talking about Fred's performance. Saved the best for last to play Marcus Rashford in to make it 2-0. Up until then, he was having another nightmare against Leicester. Rashford went off for Elanga. Talking about Marcus's performance. Scored United's first chance to deflate Leicester, and he punished their high line again to make it 2-0. Now has 24 goals this season. Shaw went off for Wan-Bissaka. Talking about Luke's performance. Caught out position too often when Leicester dominated, but too much better at both ends during his 23 minutes in the second. Bits that went off from Mainu. Talking about Marcel's performance. And an uncertain first half, as most in red did, but surer on the ball in the second, and benefited from Scott McTominay's emergence. Next up, we've got Liverpool. Liverpool are 7th in the league. Obviously, Liverpool are not doing too bad now. Form of late. They've won the last 4 out of the last 5. I think the form side's on Manchester United at the minute. This is 2 teams that are playing well at the minute. Obviously, it's Derby Day. It's a big game. Both teams don't want to lose this. It's at the Anfield. It's never easy to go to the Anfield and get a result. I think Manchester United could be the only big side to go and do that this season, to go and give them a game. Liverpool, not an easy place to go and get a result there. But I think against Liverpool, we have to take them out of the comfort zone. And when we take them out of the comfort zone, I think we've got to be aggressive on the front foot. We're going to be ruthless, relentless, sustain our attacks, show the high intensity, the high tempo, the energy, the intent about us. We've got to be direct, got to make those runs in from behind. And I think we've got to defend well as a team, but not only just as a team, but as a unit as well. We need to get hold of that midfield as well. And I think that's going to be so vital in a game like this. We're going to have to win over that midfield battle against Liverpool. Obviously, their midfield's not been so great at the minute as well. So we have to be able to get hold of that midfield. If we can get hold of that midfield and control that midfield, and we have to be able to defend well as a team. It's all about what we do in and out of possession, and we have to do that well, how effective we can be in possession as well. It's all about we have to stick to our principles, stick to the game plan, stay disciplined. Ten Hag's going to have something up his sleeve here. He wants to definitely take a game to Liverpool. It's never easy to get a result out of this one. Liverpool, they will give us a game. They'll turn up. We've got to turn up to a game like this. We've got to perform for a full 90 minutes here. 3 points are up for grabs here as well. I think for United, we have to be ready for a game like this. We've got to go with the right mindset, the right mentality. We don't want to back down in a game like this against Liverpool. It's always a cracking game. Both teams hate losing this. Big rivalry. I don't want to lose this game to Liverpool. Obviously, a chance to do the double on Liverpool as well. Give them a good game. We've got to be able to play with courage, intent, conviction, and we've got to turn up to a game like this. We've got to perform well for a full 90 minutes. It has to be an all-round complete performance from Manchester United. It has to be a positive performance by Manchester United. We've got to be ready. We've got to perform well. We've got to turn up. We've got to play well for a full 90 minutes. Play to the referee's whistle. It's all about the decision making and the game management in a game like this. And I think if we can get the first goal against Liverpool, their fans will sort of be shitting it a bit. And then it's all about you've got to be able to control, dominate that game against Liverpool then. And we have to give them a game. We have to be on the front foot, take them out of their comfort zone. They'll hate it. and we have to keep on top of this game, defend well. Let's go do the business against Liverpool. Liverpool are scoring 1.7 goals per game. Liverpool are conceding 1.2 goals per game. Liverpool have the 6th best defence in the league. Liverpool have won 10, drawn 6 and lost 7. They've lost to Man United 2-1, Arsenal 3-2. Forest 1-0, Leeds 2-1, Brentford 3-1, Brighton 3-0 and Wolves 3-0, and most of their losses have come away from home as well. The players to look out for is Alisson, Van Dijk, Tsimikas, Robertson, Matip, Dalot, Alexander-Arnold, Fabinho, Milner, Keita, Henderson, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Jones, Elliott, Carvalho, Firmino, Salah, Gakpo, Jota, Diaz and Nunes. Hope you guys are enjoying another video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys in a video in the next couple of days, and peace.